Welcome to this GCSE Science tutorial video on Energy Resources Trends Part 6 of 6. For a complete understanding of the energy resources topic, please start at Part 1 of 6. Go on, click the bell icon, you know you want to. We also post GCSE Science videos daily on TikTok. Humans require energy resources for many different things, such as for heating, which is needed for cooking and keeping warm, and also for operating machinery. This could be in factories or other places of work. Energy resources are also required for transportation, for example in boats, cars and planes. The Industrial Revolution led to rapid advances in transport and automation in production. Humans using machines could manufacture products or harvest crops at a much faster rate than just humans with basic tools. Using and operating machinery led to an increase in the extraction and use of fossil fuels to provide energy. The 20th century saw electricity become the primary way of transferring energy. In the modern world, electricity powers lighting, computing, mobile phones, some heating systems, and also some machinery. Appearing on your screen now is a pie chart showing which energy resources provided global electricity in 2018. You can see that the majority of electricity generated in 2018 was through fossil fuels, gas, oil, and coal. So if we add the percentages for gas, oil and coal, you can see that we get a total of 64%. Therefore, we can say of all the electricity generated globally in 2018, 64% of it came from fossil fuels, so that's almost 2/3. Now for renewables. So in 2018, 26% of all of our electricity came from renewables. That is all renewables. Hydroelectric, solar, geothermal, biofuels, the lot. And the remaining 10% of electricity generated globally in 2018 came from nuclear power. In total then, renewables plus nuclear, we end up with 36% of total global electricity generation in 2018 coming from non-fossil fuel sources. Now here are two pie charts that show the total global energy consumption in 2014 and then 4 years later in 2018. Now you may be given data such as this to compare or to describe in your exam. So we can see in 2014 that 24% of global energy consumption was from gas, 30% was from coal, and 32% of energy consumed was from oil in 2014. Therefore, in total, 86% of energy consumed in 2014 was from fossil fuels. Now over to 2018, gas 22%, oil 32%, and coal 27%. This makes the total global energy consumption in 2018 from fossil fuel sources 81%. So this is a 5% decrease over 4 years. We will now compare energy consumption in a bit more detail to see what other trends we can see. So from 2014 to 2018, we can see that energy consumed from burning oil is the same, so 32%. There has been a 2% decrease in the energy consumed from gas, from 24% to 22%. There has also been a 3% decrease in energy consumed from coal, from 30% down to 27%. There has been a 4% increase in energy consumed from renewables, from 10% in 2014 to 14% in 2018. And energy consumed from nuclear sources has increased by 1%, so from 4 to 5%. So if we were to describe these trends, we could say that there has been a slight decrease in the use of fossil fuels globally between 2014 and 2018. And we can also say that there has been a slight increase in the use of renewable energy resources and nuclear energy resources. Nearly everybody knows that burning fossil fuels is bad for the environment. Therefore, people these days are more open to using renewable energy resources. This has led to governments introducing energy targets. For example, the government of the United Kingdom has pledged to be carbon neutral by 2050. This means that there will be no net, which means overall, addition of carbon dioxide or other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Meaning that the carbon dioxide that is released into the atmosphere is equal to what is removed from the atmosphere. In addition to governments, industry has also pledged to use less fossil fuels. For example, car manufacturers have increased production of electric cars and hybrid cars. Hybrid cars run on petrol, which comes from fossil fuels, and also electricity. The use of renewable energy resources is limited by politics, society, ethical values, and economics. There is a lot of scientific evidence that highlights the environmental problems and benefits associated with using certain energy resources. However, scientists can only advise governments. They do not have the power to change government policy, and cannot just tell people to use renewable energy resources just because it's better for the environment. Now, going back to electric and hybrid cars to illustrate my point, they are expensive and they need to be charged every few hundred miles. For these reasons, many people do not want to buy them as they do not think they are worth the money. So you could argue they are not economical yet. In this last part of the video, we are going to look at an issue concerning renewable energy resources, the problems associated with it, and then the solutions. The issue is the building of new renewable power plants. And the problems with building new renewable power plants are that they are expensive. Governments need to raise the money to build them, and this money needs to be raised via taxes, which means higher energy bills. And because of this, customers may not want to pay more. All of these issues are economic and political. Economic because it concerns money, and political because governments have to decide on their economic policy. There are still some social issues and ethical issues that arise from this. Where do we put them? People do not want to live near wind turbines because of the noise and visual pollution. And people may protest against this happening. Is it right that some people may have to live near power plants? This is an ethical question. Now let's try and come up with some solutions to these problems. Let's do the economic ones first. People could pay up front to insulate homes. They could also use draft excluders under doors, have cavity wall insulation and loft insulation, and install energy efficient light bulbs, with the hope that in time we see a reduction in energy bills. However, some may not be able to afford to do this. And that is the end of the video. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you once again for choosing Genius Science, and remember to work hard, be kind, and we'll see you in the next video.